After the game of the season, they lay the rottenest egg. Wow.
What? Yeah.
I hate seeing you like this, so I'm flexing my eyes real hard to keep from crying. It's okay. We can still have a normal conversation. So, how's the food?
The Cyclops will drown you in your overwatered lawns.
Oh, David. Could be worse. You guys could be a total power failure.
Eat glass.
When you want to talk sports, you ask folks who have seen it all up close. So on The Al Travis Show, we go with the guys at the end of the bench. Time to talk all things sports.
We've got John, we've got Dan. Dan, welcome back, guys at the end of the bench. One of you were reminded, what was the old saying? Close only counts in something and hand grenades. Do you remember what that was?
Horseshoes
and hand grenades. Thank you very much.
Used to play
cornhole and
yeah, that's the only time it counted. And the reason I bring it up is I cannot take that from my Minnesota Vikings. Coach comes out and basically uses that, hey, we had the ball at the end of the game with a chance to win, and we go 95 yards in a minute. You can't ask for much more. Yes, you can. You can ask for better than what we saw. Don't give me this, only in Minnesota will we take that from our coach. Yes, we had a chance to win it as horribly as we played, and I have some questions to ask you guys on this, but that's unacceptable. Have you ever seen a game 8 times we moved without the ball? 8 times with a false starting on us?
At home,
5 of those on first down. You're on the bench. Hey, we're going to get out there, guys. Okay, let's go out. You can't talk over what the hut sign is on the first play. That's maddening.
And it's not like you had crowd noise to disrupt you. You're at home.
It's a home crowd.
That was the most false starts by a home team since 2005 in 20 years. 20 years.
Go ahead, John.
Well, they look so undisciplined when you do that.
Oh,
you're sort of like, okay, is this the first scrimmage of the season, or are we halfway through the season now when we're playing like this? We are halfway through the season, so these guys should know the cadence now.
See, but even if the cadence, I don't know how much weirder JJ can say hot compared to somebody else, but they've been playing football since 6th grade. In 6th grade, we're going to hut on 1, we're going to hut on 2, and whatever it is. That's your only job. Know what it is so you don't jump off sides. These are people making millions of dollars a year, and they just kept shooting ourselves in the foot. It was so hard to take. We lose. Go ahead.
That's what hurt so much yesterday. It was less that Baltimore beat us than we beat ourselves.
Yeah.
Turnovers, especially Price. They had that great article about him in the paper about how he's going to bust one.
Just trying to do too much.
All the penalties. We killed ourselves on that. We beat ourselves.
I mean, it's not like Baltimore played a great game.
No.
Baltimore was not terrible yesterday, not at all. But they played a competent game. That's all I would say.
Answer me this near the end of the game. We go in for our last touchdown, what it ended up to be, and we're 2 touchdowns shy. We're down by 14 points. We go and score, and they tried the 2-point conversion and didn't get it. What is it? Now you've got to get a touchdown, and you had to anyway, and you have to get the 2-point conversion, right? So now we know what's got to be done, but on the other hand, you kick the extra point. You can go down and get a touchdown, decide then if you want to go for the winner or not. But you put yourself behind the 8 ball. I didn't even understand that play. Anybody?
I didn't get that. I thought that was.
I didn't either.
My first take is, they went for 2. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? Now there's a little bit of logic that says, well, you're going to have to go for 2 at some point. Well, first off, no, you didn't have to.
2 touchdowns, 2 hours. Yeah, exactly.
You're going overtime.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah. Go ahead,
when
John.
when the points are there, take the points, and we got a really good kicker.
Mm-hmm.
I was mad at that too.
Yeah.
Maybe the defense gets a turnover, and you got a short field for the other touchdown. But geez.
Well, and I will say I thought the defense played really well yesterday. I mean, 7 of those points. I mean, how many field goals did they make? 1, 2, 3. They had 3 in the first half. The touchdown they got with the fumble on the 25, and then you got a short field. I thought the defense played relatively well, but the penalties, besides the 8 moving penalties, 13 penalties for 102 yards. That's a whole trip down the field. We gave them a whole trip down the field without ever having to do anything.
Think of it this way. Let's see, all the false starts were 5 yards, right? Those weren't holding.
Yeah.
Those were all false starts. So those only 40 yards for those first 8.
Yeah, 62 more.
The other 5 and 62. Yeah, that's oof. That's
size aside, it's high school football in Minnesota right now. You could take a Maple Grove team, size aside, and probably run a better offense than those guys did yesterday.
It was bad.
Plus, I mean, one of my assessments at the very end is, O'Connell's talking about, see how close we were? The universe, fate, handed them so many opportunities to say, you know what? However bad you played, we're going to give you one more chance. And that seemed like it happened 5 times.
Yeah.
And it's like, nope. I want no interest. I have no interest.
He forgot to wear his lucky socks.
Thoughts on J.J. McCarthy and him and Jay Jefferson just can't. He was 4 for 12 or something in passes to J.J. The interception, one of those. I'm sorry, when's the last time I saw Jefferson fall on the 10-yard line and go down in like a heap? And the other guy is just the only guy there. I liked the pass. I thought it was where it needed to be. Jefferson just didn't get there. This is a fluky thing about. I didn't think he had as bad a day as it looked. No, he's 20 for 42, 58 passer rating. But I don't think it was all him.
It was not a great day. And actually, the other interception thrown to JJ is the one that bothered me much more. I mean, the interception itself, JJ fell down. Sometimes I expect more of him, but he is still a human being. Sometimes the feet will get tangled up. But it was the reaction afterwards was I'm not even gonna try. But then that other interception where it's like he just completely gave up on the ball. He just completely gave up on it, and it's like I can't catch it, so it's not my problem anymore.
That's kind of it's amazing. That's exactly the feel I had. You get the feel by body language. The guy's got a helmet, his shoulder pads. You could tell that's exactly what he said in his head. This game's done. Ain't my problem. John, your thoughts on JJ?
Yeah, I hope he finds the magic with his passes. I mean, there are times he looks so good. You think back to that game against Detroit when he lobbed that one at the end to prevent Detroit from getting the ball back. I mean, that was so great. And then you have a clunker like this, and at home besides. How do you go out and dominate one of the best teams in the league on the road in a tough place to play, and then you come home at home, which should be a safe environment? It's not a very tough opponent. You just need to march down a couple of times, score a couple of touchdowns, let your defense work. It should have been, I'm not saying they should have won by 3 touchdowns, but it should not have been a hard victory.
Yeah. Lions end up beating the Commanders, no problem, 44-22. The Bears end up beating New York Giants 24-20. Yeah, that was an interesting game. And we have the Packers-Eagles tonight. Really have to have the Packers lose, right? I mean, there's just you have to root for them to win, because as we're sitting in the North, we're 2 games back now of the Pack, and we actually have the Bears and Green Bay our next 2 games. There's just really no way of catching if we don't win the next 2 games. We're really in some trouble. Thoughts, John?
No, that's yeah, we do. I mean, division games matter a lot when you get to the playoffs and when you get to those tiebreakers. And right now we've done good. We have to win that Bear game because we've already beaten Detroit. And the Packer game is going to be a tough one. Here or there. They're a good team too. So if Green Bay loses tonight, that keeps that mix pretty tight there. And even though we're below 500, we're not out of it.
Dan, you got that much hope in your basket?
Playoffs.
I heard that word too. We are 4-5 with 8 games to play.
Just bringing that little blast from the past, right? So playoffs, we might not win another game. It's a but honestly, I don't think I'm too concerned about the division at this point. I mean, it's not that it's like that's not the problem here. I think there's bigger problems than that.
Yeah.
So
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
You look at the numbers, 9 games, we got 8 to play. To get to 10, we need to win 6 of 8. This team we saw yesterday has to turn everything around. Offense, defense, the special, everything has to turn around, and then you got to hope you can win 6 out of 8 ball games. Yeah. I mean, that's hard in the NFL.
At the same time, I'm seeing the other extreme too. I'm already seeing a bunch of online, the experts online. We need to get J.J. Jefferson has got to go. He's not. He's got to go. But O'Connell KOC is clearly over his head. He's no good as a coach. And
no, there's some dysfunction.
One awful game. Yes.
There's some dysfunction. I don't know what that is, but
a season make.
Yeah, this coach got us to 14 wins last year with nothing. So I mean, I don't think that's true. I got to go to break because maybe you guys heard this because I know you're big baseball fans. Cheater, pumpkin eaters. Every one of them. You can't bet on it. We'll talk baseball after this with the guys at the end of the bench.
When the stakes are high at the Minnesota Capitol, you need more than a lobbyist. You need a partner. At Momentum Advocacy, we bring nearly 90 years of combined experience in government relations, public affairs, and strategic communications. From nonprofits to national corporations, we help organizations navigate Minnesota's political landscape with integrity, insight, and results. Whether you need legislative champions or headlines, Momentum Advocacy delivers. For more, visit momentum-advocacy.com. Momentum Advocacy, your friends at the Capitol.
Think about it. Now that school's back in session, how are Minnesota students doing? Not very well. Minnesota ACT scores fell again last year and are the lowest they've been in 10 years. In fact, fewer than half of Minnesota students can either read or do math at grade level. Think about it. We used to brag about our schools. Now we're losing to states like Mississippi. Visit AmericanExperiment.org for more information. Think About It is brought to you by Center of the American Experiment, Minnesota's think tank.
Easily offended? The Al Travis Show is not for you. The Al Travis Show. All sides are welcome.
And we've got them, the full house, Dan and John, the guys at the end of the bench. This really doesn't sit well with me. After last week, we saw that some folks in basketball were maybe shaving some numbers. I don't even get getting some rich guy to come to your place and steal from them, gambling. I don't even get that. But according to the FBI, Guardians Emmanuel Clace and Louis Ortiz are indicted on pitch rigging. And basically the idea was they'd pick an inning, and you could bet on whether his first pitch would be 95, 98, a strike or a ball. and this guy's beating it into the dirt. Evidently, they follow like 7 of these things in a row, or 8 of them. 7 of them, they made $35,000, some goofy number on that, and they were getting kickbacks from it. This is going to ruin baseball, people. This is going to ruin all this idea of sports betting. It's going to ruin it all. This is, I think it was a 3-year investigation. For 3 years, these guys been doing this stuff. John, your upfront thoughts on what this sort of stuff, and you're going to tell me, oh, it's just the 2 guys. We caught them.
No. Where there's smoke, there's fire with this kind of stuff. So you can bet there are other guys. I use that tongue in cheek.
Thank you.
There are other guys involved. They just haven't been caught or been, good enough to cover their tracks. But out of all the sports in all the betting history, baseball has been the one to probably come down the hardest on this type of thing. So you would think the players would kind of understand. I mean, look at what they did to the Black Sox, over 100 years ago. But look at what they did to Pete Rose, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have that stuff in the other pro sports, but baseball has always been probably the harshest pro sport to come down on that stuff, and yet you still have guys doing it. And the other thing, Al, I don't get is these guys are millionaires. What are they making?
You're 10% cut, 20% of 40 grand. I mean, it makes no sense.
It's like chump change for these guys.
Oh, but relievers don't make as much as everybody else.
What? Okay.
I know. They're only they're the low end veterans are only making $2 million a year. I mean, come on.
Oh, wow.
See, what's interesting about this, though, Dan, and I want your opinion on this. Baseball's a hard one to rig. If you want to take, maybe you're the greatest pitcher or batter of all time, and you might not try to get every hit. Maybe you could, but even if you're going to say, I'm going to the bat in the 3rd inning, I'm going to get a hit. You don't know it. The other guy's trying to keep you from it. This idea that a pitcher can throw balls instead of strikes on purpose or throw it in the ground to make money is probably the easiest place in baseball to cheat.
Gosh, yeah. In that sense, baseball is the easiest sport because you can cheat at the micro level without
no one's going to say anything,
being able to see anything else. He threw a pitch in the dirt. Oh well. Yeah. And the thing to me is Emmanuel Clase. This guy is an elite reliever. He is absolutely. He is the top. Top 3 closers in the league, and he just a frightening guy to come up against in the 9th inning. And suddenly it's, what did you do this for? I guess it's kind of like cheating on your wife. We talked about David Justice was cheating on Halle Berry years ago. It's like but she's Halle Berry. That doesn't matter.
What it's going to do, this is my opinion, we got to get down to all this crazy betting stuff. Will the pitch be a strike or ball? You got to get back to it. I'm sorry, the betting people are going to hate me for this. Go ahead and be a sponsor of the show. I'll change my mind. Is you got to have to get down to you can bet on wins or losses. I believe my team will win or your team will, and that's it. All this other crap gets down to somebody can throw a game. You're literally betting on whether some guy's going to get the over and under in basketball. He gets his money in and says, oh, I hurt my leg, I'm getting out, and gets the under or whatever. The idea that this guy could throw a ball in the dirt, make himself a bunch of money, and you're losing it. We got to get rid of that weird bets. Go ahead.
One pitch. Yeah, one pitch. Just one pitch out of the 200 plus that are thrown in a baseball game. Those prop bets are crazy. It's absolutely nuts. Yeah. I agree.
No, maybe you can vote on whether it's heads or tails at the flip. But I don't know. Even that they can screw that up. But we got to get to a point where we clean all that up because this is going to ruin the whole sports gambling for everybody. Why would you put your money into this arena not knowing who's good and who's bad? You want to believe your team doesn't do anything wrong. But John said it. This is the tip of an iceberg bit of a problem we've got going on here. This is not the end all. This isn't it.
No, and not just baseball either. I get sense here.
Well, let's go to basketball real quickly. Minnesota Timberwolves have had a great time playing some of the worst teams in basketball. I'm sorry, I watched that Utah game. They might be the worst basketball team I've seen play in a long time. It was hard to watch, just terribly hard to watch. They end up winning by 40-something points, 137-97. So I didn't even try the Sacramento game. Another 45-point blowout, 144-117. Good for them. They have 2 more games against these guys, but then the soft part's over. I'm sorry, we're not learning a lot here. Those two teams are outrageous. Terrible.
Well,
Yeah.
they
You gotta
are,
win 'em,
but
but yeah.
yeah, what I like is that the offense isn't letting up. They're scoring out. It seems to me, and I haven't gone back and looked at it, but it seems to me the Wolves are scoring a lot of points this season, even in their losses. But on their wins, they're racking up a lot of points, and I like that.
Fair enough. That's a good
decision. Doing that, and they need to bring that defense in too.
Your thoughts, Dan? You're going to spend a late night tonight watching the Utah Jazz come in?
No, absolutely not. But think of how many years in this franchise that we had, this franchise was all about scoring, 87 points a game and hoping they could keep the other team under 90.
Right.
That was the whole persona of the team forever and ever and ever. So this is kind of fun.
We'll talk about it on Friday. I'm completely out of time. Appreciate you, boys. Appreciate you coming back. Good to have you back, Dan. It's the guys at the end of the bench on the Al Travis Show.
Yeah, bye-bye.